But before we get to our hot button issues, let's bring you up to speed with the latest coronavirus news from around the country. And in good news, Victoria has reported their lowest daily increase of cases since the second wave was declared, with 116 new cases in the past 24 hours. Sadly, though, there have been 14 further deaths, all linked to aged care. Victoria's state of emergency is set to end on September 13, as legally such a declaration can only be in place for 6 months. Premier Dan Andrews has announced that a working group will be set up to figure out how to extend it, as its ending would mean the government could no longer enforce rules about face masks, venue capacities, and even the isolation of positive individuals. And in New South Wales, there have been 3 new reported cases, only one of which was spread through the community from a close contact of a known case. Premier Gladys Berejiklian says people need to continue to come forward to be tested, as the state passed 2 million overall tests today. And a security guard at a Sydney quarantine hotel has been fined twice by New South Wales Police for failing to isolate after his test, which ended up being positive. A public health alert has now been issued for Westfield Burwood and the nearby Service New South Wales Centre. And the Youth Detention Centre cluster in Queensland continues, but with only one new linked case today, bringing the cluster to a total of 10 infections. The entire workforce will be replaced this week in response, with all existing workers isolated and awaiting test results. Greater Brisbane out to Redlands, including Logan, and out to Ipswich remain restricted areas, but the Queensland Government is emphasising they are not declared hotspots. To Canberra now, and the ACT is in its 44th day since community transmission, and Parliament will be returning to operation to discuss JobKeeper and JobSeeker. Politicians from Victoria have been required to quarantine for 2 weeks prior to the sitting, and those from New South Wales have been told to avoid shops or restaurants while in the country's capital.
It's a Ben, Rob and Robbo, Ben, Rob and Robbo Show.